All right, my friends, this is the new edition. Thank you to the Bat Guy, Mr. Ron, who brought it to the house. I bought it from Ron. And apparently it came from a guy in Iowa who died, unfortunately. And it was kind of his project, and then got passed on to Ron, and it's been sitting in Ron's area for a while, and he never got around to working on it. So he sold it, and he sold it to me. So let's see what we have here. The body's not too bad. Doors kind of closed more or less, kind of, sort of. Got a little effort there. Somebody put a rear view window, but there's some over here. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's open up the hood. Let's see what's in the engine compartment. The engine's missing. Oh wait, this is an 850. It's in the back. I knew that. At least I think I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. All right, keep going around. Not sure what's happening here, but these extra lights just kind of, they're just kind of, you know, I don't know, stapled. They're factory. That's the word I'm looking for. Factory condition. Just a little bit of rust. A little bit of rust there. Not horrible, I don't think. Oh, look, it's a Bertoni. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's good. Look, little tiny dents. That'll be fun to take out. A lot of little tiny dents. Those door dings, they're everywhere. Lots of door dings. Ooh, special. I found a mud dauber nest earlier. That was nice. But not bad in the rust department. I mean, of course, if you look in here, we got a little more rust inside. Inside the compartment down there, we got a lot more rust down there. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Apparently that's where these things collect rust. And then this thing goes up. I already took the top off and put it down there. It's in horrible condition, of course. But it kind of gives you, opens it up a little bit. It gives you a little more room. Interior is not too bad. These chairs don't look horrible. Well, that looks like it could have been better. I like the ignition system. I'm not sure what's going on there. But somebody made an effort to get into that guy. It's a special key they made. Black & Decker. I did find a couple of keys there, but now I don't know what they go to. We'll have to check them out later. All right, so let's check out the engine here now that we got to the back of the car. Let's see what we got. Open sesame. All right, well, it's small. It looks like a go-kart engine. I don't know. Got a little bit of learning to do on this one. It's a little bit different than the 124s we have. People like these cars, though. It's kind of different. I'm kind of excited about it. It's got a tiny little radiator. There's the whole water pump. I got an extra one of them sitting around. That looks like some sort of an alternator there. And you've got some engine mount. Probably oil. There's your distributor. The coil was kind of weird. Look at the coil. It looks like it's got a telephone a telephone jack on it or something like that. You know, like the phone company broke in and said, "Hey man, I need to do something with this." That's different. But yeah, I mean, it's a tiny little area and there's a ton of room too. I'm just kind of going, man, compared to the 124, I'm going to have an easier time reaching everything. So at least there's that. But yeah, this will be interesting. I believe it spins over. Got some spark plugs. Don't see any wires. Oh, there they are. Have to find the firing order. That'll be fun. Yeah, good stuff. Kind of excited to get started. First thing is going to be to clean it. Just get the dirt off of it. It's been sitting underneath the carport for a while. So Ron took pretty good care of it for what he could do, and I'm really grateful to him. And then we're gonna just get started, and hopefully the next few weeks we'll record our progress. Thanks, everybody. All right, and there's the before, and this is the after of just a quick cleaning, you know, just a quick cleanup. When we got it, my son said, "Oh, look, another gray car." And I'm like, "It's not gray, it's white." He goes, "It sure looks gray to me." And so, yeah, it looks a little better now. I mean, you definitely can see the issue spots. There's lots of dents in the body and little issue areas. But overall, it's pretty solid, I think. We've got some work to do. But yeah, I think it looks kind of okay. We got something to start with. So yeah, progress. Yeah, so this is what we're starting with. I put a little juice on that. They look almost brand new when you put a little Simple Green on them, but that's old. They're not plugged in. Air cleaner. Let's see what we got under here. Oh, no mice. That's good. Take that off. I'll have to unscrew those to get that off. And we'll see what kind of thing here. Let's see if the engine turns over. That's kind of important. Yep. I feel it moving. Yep, it's moving. That's really good news. Oh yeah, the engine's moving just fine. That's a beautiful thing. So here's your alternator, which is not hooked up to anything, but it looks like it might go there to that. It just looks like it's not connected for whatever reason. Here's this is a really interesting water pump here. It looks like a water pump setup that goes somewhere. Probably goes from there to there. Just guessing, but it just seems kind of like the obvious place. What a really interesting setup. So this goes somewhere, don't know where. Oh, probably to the overflow over here. Maybe, I don't know. Well, not sure. Well, what do we got here? This looks like some sort of Weber. It's going nowhere though. I don't know. Yeah, we got a lot to learn. Some sort of lightage, which I don't know what it would go to because it doesn't seem to fit this car. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, what? I thought this might have been one of those weird windshield washer dealies where you put the windshield washer fluid in one of these things. I don't know what it is. It's got a bunch of Italian on it. It is an Italian car. Ooh. Rusty engine stuff. Perfect. Yeah. The previous owner said that he had a bunch of stuff in some sort of a box and it was all wet. This looks like fuel pump of some kind. It's got some weird funky thing on it. Old fuel pump, looks like. Safety. We don't need safety. Look at that high quality coil. Here's a beautiful, actually might be reusable. Older than dirt, but you know. How about this one? This one's nice. What do you think? Think we can reuse this one? I probably wouldn't. We could probably retire that one to the Hall of Fame. Some sort of a cover, probably for the radiator or the electric, something like that, yeah. Push the air in a certain direction. Beautiful. Maybe an engine mount? Don't know. Maybe an engine mount, looks like. Hard to say. Some sort of cover. Goes on top of something. I'm not sure what it goes to. It's got all kinds of nice crud in it. It's beautiful. Who's going to clean this mess? Are you going to clean it? I mean, no. You? Yeah. I have no idea what this goes to. It looks like something you drive a ship, you know, like a steering wheel, something like that. Maybe we can use it as a steering wheel. No idea. Here's another one of those bladders. This looks like the same thing I was looking at earlier. Like it houses. It's kind of got a similar look to it. Like it used to house the windshield washer fluid or something. I bet you it's some bladder that goes in there. All right, and then this mysterious contraption that I have no idea what it does. Beautiful. And then a couple of nails. These would be perfect for ruining a tire. You don't want those. All right, so that's box one. Let's see what else we have. Well, actually, we probably should keep that screw. It might go to something. This one, probably not. All right, see what else we have. It's like Christmas around here. This is like the free parts box I got from Ron. Ron's a great guy, by the way. He's the bat guy in the local area. Pest control guy. If you got a pest, squirrels, bats, raccoons, possums, whatever, he's your guy to get rid of them. And I only say possums because I remember when Junkyard Diggs was working on his 850, he had a possum in his. I shared that story with, here we go, Gatorback, the quiet belt. Beautiful verbiage. TRW Scipia 6011174. Ooh, this will come in handy. A key. This will come in very handy. It's even got the numbers on it. 15, 50. Red one goes there. Well, actually, the wrong car. Yeah, this can work. This will be one of the first things we need, Vicky. Look at the key. Doesn't that look like the easiest possible key? It's got like one tiny little like lip on it. That's it. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be secure. I'm not loving the security on the key. All right, well, that's gonna come in handy real quickly. So we're gonna put that down there because that has to be one of the first things we fix. Lucy gave me some pedal covers because the pedals down there don't have any covers. Beautiful. We've got, wait for it, a radiator pressure cap. But we had one already. We do, but we got a new one. Awesome. Wait for it, wait for it. Another radiator pressure cap. Okay, we got extras of them. Fiat 850 spark plugs. They'll come in really handy. We're going to replace on them almost immediately. 12 millimeter lug bolts. Fiat 850 aluminum wheels. 1.5 thread. 33 millimeter shaft length. Boy, he really went to town on that. Let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. How many did he buy? There's still one in there. I guess if you need them all, you'll need them, so. Four per car, 4 per tire. That's 2 tires worth. 1, 2, 3 tires worth. 4 tires worth. We got 5 tires worth, so if we need a 5th wheel, we're good. This is great. He said these were different thread than the other ones, but I don't know about that. So anyway, we've got lots of lug nuts, so we are lug nut happy here. Thank you, Ron. That's like Christmas. Awesome. All right, so that's that box. Let's see what else we have in here. I gotta find a place for all this stuff. All right, we got another box full of stuff, and let's bring that over here. Here we go. We got another hose. Goes with this hose. Beautiful. We've got sparkulators. Some sort of spark plug wires. Fiat, Mazda, Opel, Saab, ignition cable kit. TV and radio suppression type. Ooh, it suppresses TV. What does that even mean? I don't know. No TV for you. Looks like some sort of cap for the radiator, the thermostat. Here's a springy thing. Oops. I have no idea what it's for. One fuel cap. A little rusty. Another looks like radiator fuel or thermostat fuel cover. Thermostat cover. One hinge that holds something. Old hose, vacuum hose. Oh, I know where this goes, maybe. I just don't know what it goes to. There's this weird looking Weber thing. Here's another hose that, I don't really love these hose clamps here, these old rusty ones. We'll replace all those. This will come in handy maybe on the other car. This holds up the trunks and hoods and stuff. Not that car, the other car. Look at this one, I got two of them. And this one's even got the piece on it that you can, don't lose that. Get back here. Let's put that, let's go find that. Beautiful. We'll put that back on there. Put that back. Maybe. Maybe. There it goes. Beautiful. More hosage. This looks like brake line. Oh, with a special, you know what goes in here? This is a special bolt. It's called a banjo bolt goes in here. This is for a brake line. Who knows what kind of brakes this car has? Oh, this, I don't know what it is. Thought I did, then no, not that. Some sort of cover for sparkulator, something like that. And then this is the nail that they used for Jesus. Right here. It's a push rod. I don't know why there's just like one random push rod, but there is. All right, so we're doing great. More stuff. Okay, we have what I'm hoping. This goes to the back here, and it's supposed to say Fiat on it. Look at this, Vic. It's supposed to like go right here, maybe something. I'm thinking. No, I thought it did. I really thought it went back here somewhere. I thought that's what this was, and I thought there was a little Fiat symbol. Oh, it probably does. It probably goes like that, and It no fitty. It doesn't fit. I thought that's what this was. Now I'm not so sure. Okay. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah, it's got to be this thing. Look at this. It's got, maybe it goes underneath the back. Look at the way it fits. And it's got the two bolts there and there, there and there. Yeah. But it's missing the little logo, the Fiat logo here. That's no good. All right, so we got that. What's up? We have miscellaneous trim. Any idea where it goes? Nope. No idea. But we have trim pieces. Beautiful. Oh, what is this? Oh. You know what this is, Vic? You know what this is? Me either, but if I had to guess, it's one of those alternate. I was just reading about these alternator external control module, or some sort of external control module for an alternator. It's got the Morelli thing on your magnet, Morelli. So I'm thinking that's what it is. Probably a spare of some kind. That's beautiful. Let's see what else we got. Another spare Really big trim piece. You wonder, like, where would this go? I don't know. Gorgeous, though. All right, I'm gonna walk around the other side of the car. How about this one? Look at this. In case you wanted an extra water pump, you too could have your own water pump. So this car's been loved on. This is going on its second or third generation of love. This car was owned by a gentleman, and unfortunately, I think he passed away. And how about this? One old alternator. No, this is a generator, I bet. I bet you this is a generator. I'll be dipped, because when I was looking at generators, they had that on there. I'll have to look this up, but I bet you this is a generator, not an alternator. I don't know for sure, though. But maybe this thing went through a converter or conversion. This might be an old generator. If so, we're not going to put it back on the car. We're sticking with alternators. I'm hoping the alternator will work. How about this? How about this baby? I can't wait to put this back on. AM radio, man. We're going to be styling on the AM radio, which means we'll have about 6 stations to listen to, and none of them are any good. Yeah, just like back home. Look at it, it even works. See, you push the buttons. I don't know, it might work. I don't know. AM radio. And that looks like we've got some sort of, got some keys hanging around there. We've got some sort of a ashtray to, that's perfect. Some sort of cover. Looks like a plastic cover. It goes in here somewhere. Don't know where. And then we have 4 beautiful hubcaps with the, I don't know what kind of logo that is. But you all right there? Scared the bejesus out of me. All right. So we got the hubcaps there. Oh, look at that, the emergency brake actually works. What's this thing? Choke. Oh, the choke goes backwards. Look at that. That's cool. Okay, how about our shifter? First, second, third, fourth. It sounds a little tired. Like, we should check for oil, I think. How about reverse? Does it pull, push? Oh, you gotta push down for reverse. Goes into reverse. So we have the gearage, theoretically. We have a piece of paper that says, ooh, tax receipt. Displacement. Ooh, tax receipt. Kansas, 1985. I shouldn't put the name. But this, yeah, so we have vehicle registration from 1985. So this car's probably been off the road for 95, 05, 50, 35 years. 35 years. There's your evidence. That's cray-cray. Let's see, will this thing come down again? Come on down. Look at that. Bing. Found a few things under there. It's like a flasher. Not that kind of flasher, Vicky. Don't be gross. Jeez Louise. What are you, 12? My goodness. Right, we'll put the registration back in there. We got a roller wrench switch. I don't know what it does. We've got, look at this, defrost and heat, pull blue and red lever. Oh, look, here's the red lever. To defrost, close, also all shutters below. Shutters. So we have, that must be a fan or some kind. Off fan, is that what it says? Off fan, on. Ooh, there's two level fan. Got a dial of some kind here. Does this come out? It comes out when you break it. It's perfect. Is that a cigarette lighter? I can't tell. It looks like a cigarette lighter that's stuck. cigarette lighter. Here's your 12-volt power supply. Here's your keys. I don't know if the key works. You can get a key out. Let's check the key. That key's broken. I'm not loving the idea that this key's gonna. This key will probably break in here. Who knows? Something Motor Company Limited. No key. That key is not. No joy on that key on that side. But we'll just put the key there. Cool. So we have lots of wiring. It looks like the first thing we've got to do. It looks like the first thing we have to do is we have to take out that beautiful ignition switch there that someone tried to drill out with a really hefty drill. So that looks like that's first to go, which is fine. Hopefully, oh yeah, that's probably where this goes. This goes underneath here. That looks familiar. Looks a lot like the other car. Probably goes like this. Yeah, it goes like that. There's some screws right there probably to hold it in place. Beautiful. One ashtray with something in it. I don't know. You gonna smell the gas or something?
Nope.
Beautiful. Love the radio. I think that's the bottom right there. A couple more screws. We'll get the starter in next. Hopefully, first problem is I gotta get that starter out, and then once we kind of have some idea that that's gonna work, then we'll deal with working on spark. That's probably first thing, because without a starter, there's not much you can do. You know what I mean? 40? What does that mean? 20 minutes? We've been going for 20 minutes. Great. Yeah, so all the tires work. Sort of hold air. Kinda. I really like this car. I mean, I think we can probably make something of it. I'm hoping that we can do something cool. It's got all the gauges. It kind of looks like a car at my level. I mean, I'm not great at restoring cars, and you know, you get the things that are too difficult. This one seems solid, a solid survivor, and so I think we can make something nice on it. You want to open it up? Look, I'll give you the grand tour. So, what do you notice? What do you recognize in here? I've given you lessons before. What do you see in here, Vicky? Don't know? Speak up. You're not shy. You're gonna do your own channel someday. What is this?
Thingy.
Good, a belt, some sort of belt. Got to teach the next generation. This is called the wiring harness. Very good, right? And so the harness and the different wires. I've got all the wiring diagram up in my office, and you can take a look at it. And we'll connect all these up before it's all done. Okay, so this is one of the two belts that's going to connect. This is remember the same part that was out there? This is the same part, right? Somebody said that this engine turns counterclockwise. I don't know for sure, but let's assume it does, which means that they're probably going to turn like this. Okay, so there's actually two belts. This belt connects the alternator to the water pump, and then the second belt, it's all driven by the engine and the motor is here, and it drives this one, and then this one drives this one. So it's like a compound cooperation. In the new cars, they have what they call a serpentine belt, and then it'll all be one. They use serpentine belts. That's kind of newer, fancier, more modern. And the good news is, if it breaks, it all breaks at once. As opposed to this situation, it only breaks part of your car. Nowadays, the new cars, it all just... Yeah, that's great. Okay, this here, that is your distributor cap, which holds your distributor, and you can see that you can move that. You shouldn't move it because that determines your timing on your engine, and so I'm not going to mess with it too much. Look at this. It looks like they have an external condenser on this one that's grounded to a really rusty looking thing, but looks like an external condenser. How about that? This is your accelerator here. I connected this up earlier. It just kind of sat here. Looks like this has to connect somewhere else. I don't know where. Maybe here. I can't really tell. But that's going to pull this like so. I have no idea how that connects yet. I'll have to figure that out. It's got a spring so that it comes back. See that? Ding, ding. This is the carburetor. Okay. So let's one thing at a time. So this is how the cars work. Let me teach you something. So the first thing is that you have to have 3 things to make a car go. Guess what they are?
I don't know.
You don't know. You ever go to the gas station?
Nope.
No. If you went to the gas station, what would they tell you that you need at the gas station?
Gas?
It's not a trick question. Gas! Very good. You need fuel. Okay? And so the fuel comes in from the tank via a fuel pump, which is right here, a pump, and it'll suck the water, come in here, and then it'll come out here and probably head into some hole, right? Maybe here or somewhere. I don't know. That one's empty. But there's, oh, right here. One of these 2 right here will be your intake, and one of them will be your exit. I'm not sure why there is 2 here, but we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so one of these will be in, and one of them will be out, back to the gas, usually. I don't know. I have no idea where the second one is. And then you got all these other ports and stuff. Carburetors are relatively complex beasts. I used to be really scared of them. Now I'm only a little scared of them. I'm less scared, but I'm still a little bit intimidated by them. So you got all sorts of crazy vacuum hoses and stuff, and they connect. Probably this one probably connects right here. You kind of look and see the way it. You got this one here. It probably connects there. I don't know. You got water here. So, okay, so that's fuel, right? You also need air, and so this thing sucks in air at the same time. The carburetor manages your air-fuel ratios in different environments. So the more you step on the gas, the pedal, the more this thing sucks air, the more it gives gas, and it brings more gas fuel into the engine. Now, you also have to have spark, electricity. Okay, and so that starts with your battery, right? And your battery goes to your starter motor down here. Okay, that's this guy here. Okay, and it also connects to your alternator, and the alternator charges your battery. So this is a very important tool that charges your battery while it's running. Otherwise, your battery would just die. Now, in order to make a spark, you have this thing called a coil that's over here. Here, this is a weird looking coil. Looks like it's got what looks like a telephone operator on it. I don't know what this thing is. And it's got this janky wire here that I don't know what it's doing. It's just sitting here doing nothing. I'm probably going to get rid of this. So this coil will run over, from the top here, it'll run over to the distributor here. And then inside of here, there is usually a points that get all nasty and stuff that you have to clean. And these spark plugs, these spark plug wires will go to the 4 spark plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they go in a certain order. If you get the order wrong, you will cause problems. Because the engine's turning in a way that it wants it to go in a certain order. And the order is 1, 4, 3, 2. Or 1, 3, 4, 2. I forget which. 1, 3, 4, 2. There'll be a quiz later on that. Which one is it, Vic? I don't know. 1, 3. I think it's 1, 3, 4, 2. But we'll check that before we put them together. And we'll change out all these spark plugs. And you want to make sure that you have good spark. That's very important on each of the cylinders. You take out the old spark plugs. Let's have a look at one and see what it looks like. Get a good look at it. Other than some dirt on it, it doesn't look that horrible. It looks... So we'll put some new ones on. The gap here is very important. You want to measure the gap. This looks like it's a little bit too big of a gap. Just my gut feeling. But there's little tools that tell you, and if that's the case, you tighten them up and you make the gap right. Because if the gap's too big, it won't make the spark. If it's too small, you have other problems. So you want your gap to be just right. But for now, I'll just put them back in here, and so that no crud gets into the engine, right? Until we replace them with better ones. All right. And so I don't know what this is all about. Looks like, what a tiny little device. This thing is wicked small. The one thing I like about this car is that it is tiny and that it's easy to get to everything. Compared to, like, you remember how hard we had trouble getting into that one? You remember that screw? I mean, if we had to take this one off, it just looks like it would be easier, right? I mean, I see a screw there, I see a screw there, and I see a screw down there. We could probably reach all three of those without too much trouble. Remember the other one? We were kind of come under and over, and we were going crazy. Oh, look at this. This is even off. These screws are missing. That's not good. Let's take this off and see what we got underneath. Oh, good. We have one still on. That's nice. Well, okay. Well, we'll get that off later. So yeah, that's everything. Any questions about the engine? I probably didn't do that really well, but it's a complex system of systems. Yeah, so you have all this over here, this cooling, the radiator. It cools the engine while the engine's running. It gets hot. This has a thermostat and it cools the engine via water. And so it's important that all your gaskets are nice and tight so that you don't mix the two systems, the water and the coolant, or the water and the oil. Okay. You run oil, you have to have good oil pressure so that the oil will keep lubricating all the pistons and all the other rings and other stuff inside the engine. It's a very technical term called stuff. Very important. This looks like some sort of a reserve for your radiator. Let's see if there's anything in the old radiator juice box here. It's looking a bit dry at the moment. Well, let's clean up our area here. I can't get that back on. Oh, it's because it's keyed. There it goes. Perfect. And then down there is our exhaust pipe. This is the smallest exhaust on a car I've ever seen because it literally has to go from here down there. That's it. So you're not going to spend a lot of money on an exhaust pipe on this baby because that's all you got. And so the rest is wiring. There's a lot to do on this car, but it's very... Theoretically, it should be straightforward and should be kind of fun. I've talked too much. Bang. We'll throw that there. That'll work. That's where it goes anyway. All right, let's put the stuff away. You clean up the dirt I made earlier. We'll call it a day.